Hello, this is Ari Mizrahi, Senior Vice President and Head of North America Business at Tangam Systems. Today, I wanted to cover controllable yielding levers and how the best way to use those controllable yielding levers to optimize your business and table games operations. We're going to discuss 5 total levers. The first one we'll start with is table capacity. Oftentimes as operators, we are wondering, do we have the right amount of tables on our floor to service our guests? And oftentimes we think about this during certain events like opening a property for the first time, potentially reopening a property during a certain downtime, casino expansion, a new competitor comes into the market. That's oftentimes when as operators we're wondering, do we have enough capacity on the floor to service our guests and our players? Once you decide as an operator the amount of capacity that you want to service your guests, then it makes logical sense to then move on to which games, or what I like to call our house edge lever, or potentially a game mix lever. As an operator, depending on which jurisdiction you're in, you have a whole portfolio of games that you may be able to offer to your guests. And it doesn't just end there with which games you can offer. So say you decided on 100 tables total for your casino, then you need to decide which games you want to offer to those guests or players that are coming through the doors, whether it be blackjack, craps, roulette, baccarat, all the different types of poker derivatives, some of the ancillary games like Sickbo or Big Six. As an operator, you have to decide which games you will offer to those guests. But more importantly, there are so many other decisions that need to be made based on which games you decide. We'll use blackjack as an example. So say you decided of the 100 games that you're going to offer to your floor, 40 of them will be blackjack. Then as an operator, you need to decide, will you be offering 6 to 5 or 3 to 2 as a blackjack payout? You'll decide whether you're going to allow standing on solve 17 versus hitting on solve 17. Will you offer surrender or not? How many spots will you have on the table? Will you offer side wagers? How many side wagers? Which side wagers? Within those side wagers, what are the pay tables that are offered to you? Will you offer progressive? Which progressive? Will it be a $5 contribution or a $1 contribution? So as you can see, just within one game type, there are many decisions as an operator you need to decide, and ultimately it depends on how your guests behave towards those certain game types. So you decided on a 100 table operation. You decided on your game mix. You decided on which rules within those games that you're going to offer to your guests. Then from a day-to-day practical perspective, now you need to decide which games you're going to open, right? So there isn't a casino that I know of that's open 24/7. So now it's critical from your scheduling perspective of which of those 100 games you're going to offer during the week versus the weekends, how many games you're going to have on day shift, and as you grow into swing shift, which games you're going to offer. And obviously that's critical for all aspects of your business, not only for the guest experience. You know, those folks want to come in and be able to gamble and not search around for games. From a dealer perspective, you know, if you're offering the right games at the right times, you can maximize their tokes. And then obviously from a profitability perspective, you want to offer the right games at the right time. Then moving on to our fourth lever, which is your table games pricing strategy, which is near and dear to most operators' hearts. What is that strategy when you think about what are the prices based on when the game's open and throughout the day from a dynamic perspective? When is the right time to change the table pricing to better align player demand and table supply? And then lastly is your game pace kind of lever. And that is controllable. Not only by the 4 levers that I just spoke about, with if you're pulling those levers at the right time, obviously game pace is a byproduct of them, because depending on occupancy, your games will move at a certain pace. But then there's also all the procedures as an operator that you can control that can either speed things up or slow things down. And obviously there's an opportunity cost depending on that from a game protection perspective. But I want to spend a few moments discussing the yielding levers to you. I hope this was valuable, and I look forward to talking to you all soon.